What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, man, it's been a bad week for Disney. This past week for Disney is probably one of the worst weeks I've ever seen the studio have in my history, man. And, I mean, they absolutely got reamed time and time again through social media, through regular mainstream media. Like, everybody is coming out against Disney right now. And Elon Musk, Elon Musk leading the charge with the GFY. You know, gotta love it, man. But yeah, this is self-inflicted wounds for Disney. You know, Bob Iger needs to shut up. He needs to stop doing interviews all the way around. There's no reason this guy should be out there running his mouth the way he's doing on some of these talk shows and interviews. You know, he straight up threw Nia DaCosta under the bus. And I know we've been throwing her under the bus, but Bob, you ain't supposed to throw her under the bus. You know, but anything that gets the blame off of him. Oh, yeah, you know, the reason that the Marvels sucked is because we executives weren't able to be out there because of COVID. We weren't able to be on set to hold these chumps' hands and tell them where they were screwing up. You know, like an executive, a studio head has ever been able to right the ship on a film. Come on, give me a break. You know, he's straight up saying that his creatives weren't good enough to get the job done. Well, why were they hired to begin with, Bob? You know, and everybody came after him for that, which is funny. He's probably, you know, low key kind of correct that they shouldn't have had these particular creatives in charge. You know, the chicks that wrote the Marvels and Nia DaCosta probably shouldn't have been touching the property whatsoever. But nevertheless, you're undermining your own people when you come out and say that stuff, man. I just found that hilarious. But yeah, now we got to Wish, okay? Wish, this thing has just been an utter disaster. Not just the Marvels in the month of November, but Wish. You can see right here on this headline on Screen Rant, Wish box office second weekend drop is even worse than Disney's biggest 2022 flop. And that big 2022 flop was Strange World. Strange World came out at the same time last year, and it said Disney's Wish, which had already had an underwhelming opening weekend, post a week 2 drop even worse than the studio's previous Thanksgiving flop. Yeah, and here we go with that previous flop, Strange World, right here. Only $73 million worldwide. That was it. Another film that cost $200 million. And another huge flop on the worldwide scale. And you can see what they were referring to was the second weekend drop. Strange World did absolutely nothing over the 3-day. They're saying, yeah, the World Cup was going on. You know, it did. But yeah, they had a 58% drop with Strange World last year. And then we get to Wish, which is actually doing better than Strange World on the worldwide front. You know, $81 million worldwide so far. But yeah, it had a 62% drop, which doesn't bode well for the future for this thing. And yeah, even though it's only, it's doing better than Strange World in terms of its overall box office internationally and domestically, it still costs $200 million to make. So you're still talking about something that needs to make in the range of $500 million. Worldwide, in order to break even, just to break even, we're talking about somewhere in that range of $500 million. And this ain't gonna get it done, Disney. You know, $7 million over the entire weekend during the holidays of all time. That's the main thing, is that these are holiday films. You know, when you have the holidays, you have family coming over, you have young kids coming over, everybody's flocking in, you know, people coming in from out of town. Hey, what do we do with the kids? How are we going to get this thing going? Oh, yeah, we got a Disney movie in theaters. Let's get all the kids together. Let's bundle them up. Let's get them out there. Let's go have an afternoon at the movies. We'll have a great time. Yeah, nobody's checking for it, all right? 62% drop, only $7 million, all right? The average, look at this, the average theater is only bringing in $1,900. That's terrible, okay? That's terrible, Disney. This isn't going to get it done, and it's only going to get worse from here. So, yeah, this $81 million, I doubt that it's going to get much higher than this. You know, whether it hits $100 million worldwide, it depends on how long they leave it in theaters. We'll have to see. But I have a feeling this thing will be moving to Disney Plus ASAP. Yeah, now you got the Shills actually starting to ask these questions. This is on CBR. Why Disney's Wish isn't enchanting the box office. The Disney's Wish isn't becoming a star at the box office. And the reasons are many, especially given the current aura surrounding the company as a whole. And yeah, the current aura surrounding the company as a whole, that's something we've discussed as well. Essentially, people have checked out on Disney. Number one, nobody trusts them, all right? People don't trust Disney anymore with family content. Why? Because Disney is the one pushing this agenda. They have the agenda going on everywhere, at the theme parks, and not only at the theme parks, but in their content. Everybody's tired of the agenda. It's like, we're here to be entertained. And if I go to a Disney film, I don't know if I'm going to be, preached to. I don't know if there's going to be a sermon talking about LGBTQ rights and all that kind of crap. When you just want to go and watch a film, we don't know what we're going to get. That's number one. But then number two, it has everything to do with the creatives behind all of this stuff. Like, again, when you're hiring people based on race, you're hiring people based on sex and gender and sexual orientation, and you're not hiring your creatives based on merit, do you actually make good content? Is this something that, you have proven that you can do? Oh, wow, this person made like 4 or 5 great films, or they've written great films, or they have a history of doing a good job. When you see that kind of a resume, that's who Disney used to bring in. They had people like, let me show you this. This is a very key point. Inside the Magic put out this article talking about there's a Mencken to Miranda drop-off. Fan slamming Disney's declining quality. Yeah, you guys know Alan Menken. He's like one of the G's in this game, okay? He's one of the OGs that wrote great songs for Disney back in the day. And it actually discusses that. Let me get to that part. Yeah, this part of this article, it says there's a Lyn Manuel and his effect on Disney songs, or a Mencken to Miranda drop-off. Alan Menken is responsible for writing the music for several Disney movies, including Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Pocahontas, Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Hercules, and is often credited with being a major reason why the Disney Renaissance animation period was so successful. I've mentioned this on a previous video talking about how important the songs are to these Disney animated classics, these films that Disney pushes out, that the songs are huge because they're really just musicals, animated musicals. That's all the Disney movie really is. But if the songs are catchy and they're hitting the pop waves, like think about the songs that came out of, Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin, like A Whole New World. Like I think that thing was like, popular just on regular mainstream radio. People were listening to these songs and they were getting attracted and say, hey, man, this is a Disney song. I got to go out here and watch the movie, and the kids would sing the songs. These songs would become popular at schools. I'm telling you, this is one of the biggest reasons why Disney had what it had back in like they're saying, in this Renaissance era. But then they come to Lyn Manuel Miranda. So he's written music for Moana and Encanto, and then he actually helped out with writing music for The Little Mermaid. Miranda is known for his catchy rap style singing and rhythmic tempos. While he's seen massive success for his musical contribution, his writing style has been somewhat controversial with fans, especially in the Disney bubble. Although he didn't write any music for Wish, fans have stated that This Is the Thanks I Get sounds like a Miranda-style song with its quick tempo and lyrical style. People are not feeling this guy's style. And a lot of the people that went and loved those original Disney classics, they want something similar to that. But Lyn Manuel Miranda, there's like, I'm not really feeling this. And, I think the song that he did for The Little Mermaid, what was it? That song that Aquafina was rapping or whatever. I can't remember what it was. The Scuttlebutt or whatever that crap was. Like nobody, that song got laughed at all over the internet. They said, man, this is trash. This is garbage. What is Disney doing? See, that's the thing. You got to make sure that, okay, we're matching up the style of, what our fans expect to the style of this particular artist. So let's run this artist out there. Let's see if his songs are catching on, if people like his music. Now, again, I'm not going to make any judgment. I'm just going off of what these cats are saying. While his influence on modern musicals could be a part of the reason the song and the movie are failing to interest audiences, is just a part of the broader problem. Yeah. So people aren't feeling this guy's style of song. But again, that goes back to what I was saying when it comes to your creatives. Have your creatives found success in this particular genre? Yeah, maybe on Broadway he good. People like his stuff on Broadway, whether you like Hamilton or whatever, whether you like it or not. Maybe everybody likes it there, but, maybe it doesn't work for Disney. And see, Disney just tries to catch a rising star. Oh, Lyn Manuel Miranda. Oh, this guy is awesome. Grab him, throw him in here and let him go. And it's like, whoa, time out. Why are we doing this? Is this proven to work? And you're spending $200 million on these joints and it's coming up like this. Yeah, audience score of 81%. Like, this audience score is kind of a misleading score, in my opinion, because a lot of things people don't pay attention to are this number of verified ratings. Only 500 plus verified ratings, okay? This movie's been out for what? Like almost 2 weeks. It's almost been 2 weeks. It came out the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So you're really talking about Tuesday night. You probably could have went out and saw Wish, and it's only got 500 verified ratings. Now, contrast this with Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla -1. I got a video coming up about this in just a minute. But look, 98% audience score and 1,000 plus verified ratings. So this is getting the kind of word of mouth, and it's amazingly positive word of mouth, you know, not just from the critics, but also from the audience. People love this film. And when you see 1,000 plus verified ratings and you compare that to Wish with only 500, and again, that tells me that, you know what, not a lot of people are buzzing about this. The score isn't really that great. So a few people have come in, oh yeah, it's cool. But it's not a lot of people, you know, as compared to what Godzilla's putting out there. And that's the kind of word of mouth that's needed, especially when you're talking about a film that's got a splat on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics, 48%. A lot of people are checking for this and they're like, I'll wait for Disney Plus. And there ain't no way in the world I'm spending 20 bucks a head, you know, or however much money I'm going to be spending when I'm bringing in kids with popcorn and soda and candy and all that. No way in the world am I going to see Wish. My kids will wait for Disney Plus, you know. That's what a lot of parents are saying right now. Yeah, my kids can wait for Disney Plus for this one. No reason to rush out there and drop a whole lot of bread on this one, you know. So yeah, that's it, folks. But I think Disney has to learn some lessons when it comes to Wish, when it comes to the Marvels, when it comes to all of their content. Lose the check boxes. Stop, you know, bringing people in to make your content because they check enough boxes. And then, okay, now we're going to go out there and spend $200 million and we're going to turn out an absolute box office flop. Again, this should be eye-opening for Disney, for Bob Iger, for the whole company. You know, you guys are completely off track when it comes to your audience and when it comes to your content. Anyway, folks, you guys let me know what you think about this entire situation. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.